What's crafting, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Chaoticcraft. Now, we are in our spaceship, on my base, in this lovely, muggy English weather, but I thought I'll try and get some work done on the second level, which will have the bridge on, the control, the engine room, and the quarters, so we've got a lot of work to do. So let's show you what I've been doing between. So I have done a little bit between episodes. You probably won't be able to see them all, but I have a lot of shortcut boxes, and this is for cockpit and the engine room. So you'll be quite surprised. I did go on an adventure to try and find some bits and pieces, and I found, what was it? I found a spaceship, which is quite an ironic thing to find when I'm looking to fill a spaceship. Now this is the level I am going to show you. So I have sort of built this rudimentary cockpit room. It's a normal boring sized room, but I've put that angle glass in at the front. We do have lights up there, so I'll probably get them flashing. We've got to decorate it, so we'll be decorating this in a minute. We need to change these out and put in a different block, but these are the entrance way, well, the way you get into here, and this is going to be the engine room. Now I've got to fill that roof in, get it all flat over here. We're going to put in some lighting, big engines, get the stairwells down, and then just under here will be, so let me go down. Oops. Maybe I should put my helmet back on. So just under here, we will put in the next, well, the quarters, and I have a rough idea for the idea. Like, I want to go. If you've seen Firefly, I don't know if anybody has seen Firefly, but if you have, you know that crew quarters are sort of, you've got a gangway in the middle, and then they sort of go down. I want to sort of go that idea. It should work, I hope. I think it should look alright. So, but first of all, let's do a little bit of work on the main area of the cockpit. So this is where I want the captain's seat. So if I put all my shortcut boxes down, we will see what we've got. I have been working on an idea. So we need a stool. Not there. Not there. Not there. Why do they always have to be the last one? So captain's chair, I wanted to be a big sort of grandish chair. Maybe I wanted to stand up a little bit further than everybody else's chairs, and I wanted it to be definitely different. So I always imagine captain's chairs to have quite a wiry look. Oh, I just thought of it. So like a wiry arm look, not a massive, not over the top, if you know what I mean. So you put this there, very grand so far, but it's got no back. So this is the difficult part which I struggled with. Let's see if we can get this. Nope. Got it. So let's see what this chair looks like. Captainy, possibly. It's very grand. It could do with something just in front of it, so let's go for a lectern. I think lecterns always look quite good. I think, anyway. Place it down. So it's almost like it's slid in place and they're going to go sit down, could control everything. Then we could just add some more details onto this. Maybe do we chuck a sign? No, let's not chuck a sign on it. Let's chuck some white actually. Let's just make it pop just from the back. So if we pop it from here, and then maybe here. And then we can probably do this. And if we move this out of the way, and then we can probably put a few more bits and pieces like consoles and stuff. So let's try to find some consoles, because I have lots of bits and pieces in here, which is always fun. Let's try that out. Let's see what we've got. We could use this. Let's see. So if I do this and go pop, that would work-ish. I could put two either side. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I quite like that. It gives a big grandness. I could probably put an armor stand on there or something, or maybe get the heads and put it at an angle so you got two little screens, and then figure something out from there. But that so far is the captain's chair, so that is pretty cool. Now we've got to think about the drivers basically. So let's put in a couple of observers again. We'll go for this, and we've got the one in the middle. Let's get this. So that maybe would work. Then let's go. Oof. Must have some more of these somewhere. We'll take some of these with me. Take some of these with me. Looked at that one there. So this is the complicated. I am not the best at interiors. I'm alright. I'm not the best, like I said. I try and work things out how I would think things would work. Maybe a couple of these. Maybe like that. Let's get rid of that. Probably put that there. And then we could put in that. Oh no, not that. We don't want two of them. Too many of these. Let's go that. Kinda like it. It needs something. I think that block on the end is just too dark. It needs something just to drop it. So to drop it, we want to go. We go turn into a villager, don't we? Figuring it out. We could just put a piston there. Sort of might work. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I might do that. Let's swap these positions of these seats around. Let's bring these seats into the middle. Get rid of these lecterns here, because I think that's too much. Mirror. So this is how we work. We're always working and we're always trying to figure things out. Let's take these out. And then we've got two of these seats. We'll do another captain's seat again, but not quite like the captain's seat, so we'll make them white this time. And it won't have arms. They'll be like so. Now if the people have tried to escape from the ship. They wouldn't be in command, I don't think. So I don't think we're gonna need. Don't think we're gonna need skeletons down here. There might be a possibility for it. I'm not 100% sure. Let's put that there, and put there. Put you there. Yeah, we don't flick them. We don't flick them. So it's going to need a few more details on that as well. And then we're going to have to make the science station repot. But you can see where this part is going. So what I'll do is I'll get building this, and then I'll bring you back in a little bit. So engine room. Right, I know I need to do this. I need to do that. So yeah, but let's get in the engines first, and then we can see where we're going from there. Let's get our trusty collection. Where did that come from? Must have fallen from the roof like normal. Probably fell from up there. Let's do that for them. There you go. So the idea for this, now stick with me, because this is a complicated one. This is a different one. You won't see it coming. Water wheels and barrels, and I've got my pipes. I was going to go copper. I don't know if copper's going to be too bright for there. Could do mangroovy. So 2 engines. One there. Let's see how far in that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in. Let's do the same on the other side, so we know where we're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Too low. So we need to go higher. There. Higher. Too high. So we need to go lower. Okay, just right. Okay. Yeah. I like that. I think that works quite well. So, big engines. Let's see if this works. Because this did work when I practiced. Yes, it works. Okay. Oh, why does it not work when you want it to work? Now I need it to be quite a few long, so I've got to be at this part for a while. Six would work, so I have to do the same on this side. Okay, so we've got 6. Now these guys. 1. I wanted these to be sort of like fuel tanky things. I think that's in the wrong position. Oh, like I said, it's the joys of trying to work these things out, because I have never worked at these. So we definitely got our line. Okay, we can do this. So say we go. Boom. Do the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. bring the line across to 3. This gives it the sort of line that we need. If I do one there and say 1 there, put that. Is that odd? Is that an odd size? No, that's not an odd size. So we can put in these sort of line up, make some sort of weird shape, so I can hide that. And then the power needs to come from here. Let's run the power. And then potentially just do that. Put a couple of these on. So put another one here. Nope, not like that. I think that's because I was on the snow. Take that. Now this is how I tend to work things out. Oh, why have I just put another? I want that gone. Why is it? Oh, take forever. Nope. See, if you crouch, they don't connect up, which is quite annoying. But if you don't, then do this. Okay, so that system should look like it's connecting in. I hope you can sort of see the vision. 2 massive engines. If we go up here, I can have a better look at it now. But what I'll do is I will bring you back once I figured out the engine room and the captain's, well, the cockpit. So see you in a little bit. And bringing you back, I can now show you some bits and pieces that's in this stairwell. Now we go into here. I have a little bit more. I put a few skeletons around, and I did put in some of the mob head magic. If you remember what we did last time in the other part of the base, the mob heads helped quite a lot with screens and like random bits. So we've got, like, if you lower the copper golem heads, they give these sort of nice joysticks. We've got some small screens. Put bow and arrow there because that kind of looks like a sort of steering handle type thing, but I wanted to keep round here low and moody, so I'm putting some copper bulbs on the very lowest setting and just one, because this kind of gives it the moody look. I'm going to probably come in with some more sort of like bits and pieces. I think I've got a box somewhere, so I'll have to show you what that is, because it helps with making things quite cool and moody. Now coming into here, this is where I left you off, and oh, there's a big guy over there. Let's see if we can get him before he bounces off, because I do not want to go down there when this guy is distracting me. Let's try and get them. So anyway, up here I haven't done much. Still need to get a little bit of copper just to fill in this door. We get some very strange noises, which I think are bugs, which I might label name tag. But this is our engine. Shut up, noisy buggers. Let me just get my sword and we'll just get rid of these guys, because nothing is worse than hearing things slapping around in the room next to you. Where is that? There's one. There's more somewhere, and I don't know where it is. It's in the walls. I don't know how to get that out. That's going to be quite interesting. Anyway, so I showed you the engines. Now I've sort of encased them, and I put in sort of a power section in the middle, like a power central drive, and then this sort of control panel, and then I've used redstone add-ons buttering to add these arrows, like almost like cables. Just ignore my pile of stuff. Then I found hammocks, and what I wanted to do is put this sort of as the engineers' living quarters as well. So when the engineers are needed, they will come straight away. So this is like an on-off ship, and they get so used to the noise that they sleep down here quite regularly. Then we've got more bits and pieces around here. Is like a sort of engineer screen, so it'll beam down, and then there'll be like an image in the middle. And then this is just, I don't know what it is really. That does sound really annoying, but I quite like the splashing. It's quite cool. And I think it's one of these two boxes here, which is, yes, that is my box of random bits. Then you go through here now, I have made the rooms. Still need to fix the ceilings, but we've got these on the sides of rooms that I am dealing with. So we've got 4 of these, but what I have done as well is, well, firstly I'll show you this. This is going to be the sort of dining hall. I do want to figure out a sort of stairs down into the next level. But these are the bedrooms. Oh, and I didn't show you the wires hanging from the ceiling. There's so much to show you. So this is going to be a 2-man quarters. You got the wardrobe, chair, table, and then the hammocks, which come in helpful. Which I really like. I think that looks quite cool. Now the next one is this, which is a 4-man room, and we have a small toilet just here. They've got cupboards just above, and then a sink just there. But what I want to do is probably do this room with a time lapse, and then we'll do a little bit of dirtying up and dusting up in the same time lapse. So see you straight after.
after that time lapse, we are left with something that looks like this. Now it's ruined. I put chairs in random places, like there's missing chairs, there's food just left out. I need to see if I can find if there's rotten food, like rotten potatoes that I could just bowled out. Maybe this could be like frozen because it's underground. We've got the stalactites, yes, and stalagmites, I think it is, or stalactites. I can't quite remember. Obviously, you got the bodies just sort of lay there, like the crash has just caused them to die where they were. Unfortunately, it's lore, it isn't real, so don't worry. This obviously was the kitchen. So you've got the cookers, frying pans, and pots, and this is where you cook for. So this is basically the mess. And there's enough chairs. There'll be enough for about 20 people. Which we've not found the brother, but we're gonna go into the lore section later. Once this place is done, we will do a full lore reading sort of thing. This is going to be the way down to the next level, which is going to be, if I remember straight, because I have the blueprints. We're going to, below this, we were going to have the science deck, artillery, the storage, and the hangar. So we've got 4 or 5 big areas to do. I think the science area is going to be quite a large thing area. Different experiments going on. Obviously I showed you this one. This one's fine as it is. We'll go through here, and I think I might just bring a load of rubble down from the ceiling, make it look like the roof's been torn off. Maybe no, I need to put a roof on this because there's going to be something. There will be something above it. Just imagine, guys, imagine. But yes, so this is just full of rubble. So say like big holes were torn. And this one's got a little bit of hole which has brought it a little bit. So the cobwebs and everything, I think it works quite well. It saves me having to make loose bends and lagging. But I think blocking off certain areas with rubble is quite a good thing to do. I've got rid of a few of my shulk boxes. I've still got these bits here. I will get rid of these. But this is, I like it. It's chaotic enough. So pardon the pun for Chaoticcraft, but yes, chaotic enough. We've got the flashing lights, which adds an air of spookiness. Mr. Peaky said, why don't I use sculpt on the floor, or sculpt veins, and I think the sculpt sort of makes it quite nice. Fuel leakage, maybe, sort of drips out, and then we've got a little bit over here as well. Gotta love these cobwebs, and gotta love the vines. It just makes it look old and dilapidated. I can never pronounce the word. And then we've got some more ice underneath. That sort of water, so that's come in and created spikes. But yes, I am loving this so far. Now, you're all going to be like, what, Gollum, you're just building for the sake of building. There's just, are you going to come down here? Yes. Oh. This is very strange because I have not actually had any mobs spawn down there, so maybe this is just slightly too dark, so I'm gonna have to wax that. Well, that was a new experience for me. The only mobs I've had is spawn are the slime blocks, and they can just grow anywhere. I'm liking the sounding. I think the sound effects down there are quite creepy, to be honest. But yeah, so this is becoming labour of love. But yeah, I think I'm going to put in maybe a basalt farm here, auto basalt, and have a box there, and then literally all my basalt will come down here. So it gives me an excuse to come down. But there is a reason. There is lore behind this.
The law will lead into something even bigger. So this is going to be a big project, leading to an even bigger project. It's going to be crazy. So I am hoping you're enjoying this so far. And guys, here I am in the engine room now, a little bit scared for my life because it's quite dark and I've just had an invasion of zombies, which is the first down here because I haven't had any zombies spawn in here. But I hope you're enjoying this so far. This is a massive thing. I don't know whether to do the other layer next time, or I might actually block it all out and then we can actually start doing quite a few like little experimental areas, maybe turn some of the science labs into farms themselves, and we'll get to do the hangar, and that is going to lead, that should be the end of the ship. I know it doesn't seem quite a big project, but it is a very big project because it's all underground. The bigger project comes afterwards, which is going to require me and the guys to go down to the end because there's a lot of new blocks over there. And I need to create something that's going to be beautiful and stupendous. They're not even words. I don't care. So anyway, guys, please drop me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to me. Give Skits a sub. Charles a sub. Maravek. Nightflame. Kitty, because these guys are amazing and they're all going to be back on the server soon. We've all had a little bit of a mental break just to sort of prime ourselves a bit more, which is what we need, but hopefully soon everybody will be playing games, looking around, and the area is going to be developing even more, and I cannot wait. So guys, anyway, thank you again, and don't forget, please say it along with me, to stay crafty.